It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we focus on love. What a better opportunity than now during the festive season to get out there, put ourselves out there and find that special someone. Now, last week, we covered the ins and outs of finding love, and this week we continued that conversation, hopefully with some practical tools that you can institute in your own space right now. Now, did you know that the festive season, more specifically the end of December until the end of February, is peak time for online dating? Interesting. And while many attempt to escape the all alone on Christmas feeling, Expresso has you covered. As today, we're going to chat about finding love during the festive season. Our panel is awesome. They consist of a relationships counselor, Melissa Smith, and then two dapper matchmakers with a mission to make online dating more accessible to the Afrikaans community. Yep, we've got to extend that 44 to a bigger pool. I'm talking about Devalt van Zyl and Armand Oukamp, creators of the Afrikaans matchmaking app called Koer, and you've got to say it like that. If you've got any thoughts or experience to share, please. This is a safe zone, and we'd love to hear from you. You can drop us those voice notes, 063-408-8863. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
It makes me so excited because we know on this show how sad and lonely this time of the year can be. I spent a portion of this time alone, separated from my family last year, the greatest mental challenge of my life. So I understand, I get this. Armand, I'm going to start with you.
Yes.
Why can this be so heavy? We should surely be exploding with joy. It's the festive season.
Yeah, that's the point. And I think, especially at this time of year when things die down when it comes to work and business, you know, this is the time to spend with friends and family, and it's a necessity. But I think, unfortunately, for a lot of people, it's not something that is a given to be surrounded by friends and family and loved ones. So, yeah, it's really a time, I think, to encourage all of us to kind of reach out to those people who might not have seen you in a while, who might not be doing so well, to just spread that holiday cheer with, love with friends and family.
Because I guarantee you, everyone is going through something. Absolutely. Everybody has gone through something. Is this going to make it more difficult? Or maybe this rawness, the fact that we've had to become a bit more emotional, and we've learned that we can put ourselves out there digitally in other ways, surely we should be seeing more people now getting out there. What is holding us back? Melissa, why are people resistant to go and put themselves out there? Especially as we get a little bit older.
No, I think definitely, like as you get older, right, your responsibility increases. And when your responsibility increases, you have like a full circle of things that you need to do, places you need to go, people you need to consider, and also consequences. So when you're younger, it's easily, it's easy
open with that one next time.
It's easy for you to go into a relationship and you can be spontaneous about it, but the older you get, the more responsibility you have. So not only for yourself, but for the people around you as well. So that's why it's so important, when you get older, to take all of those factors into consideration before you enter into a relationship, because it's not just about you. The relationship has a domino effect on everybody else around you.
Because you can learn and grow within relationship, like
Definitely.
you can within work, within other areas, within your physical self.
You should.
Isn't that the one thing that should be happening throughout our life? Devalt, if only there was this app, this bespoke app that was created just to help people find those connections, find that mark within another person. Hang on a minute. Maybe there is one. This is a brave step to take. It's a very, very kind of, I would imagine, competitive market. How did Koer come about, and what was the motivation to take that step?
So, interesting story. A girlfriend of Armand asked him, where, and she was English speaking. She asked at a braai one night, she said, where can I find a nice, decent Afrikaans-speaking oukie, so the penny dropped there, and then I think when lockdown hit in 2020, we were already, that seed was planted and we were in development stage already. So that was basically a catalyst for us to say, hang on, a lot of people are feeling secluded at the moment, especially single people. It must have been a horrible time because where do you meet people? Where, bars, restaurants were closed, and it's a very difficult situation to be in. So I think that made us, work hard and steady and fast to launch the app in September. And I think we're now 2 years later, we're at about 150,000 downloads, and like many success stories. So I think, that it was just the time.
Clearly, this is happening. But I think for far too long, these kinds of connection points have become about hookups and not about relationships. So I want you to think about that in a second. In fact, I want all of you to think about that in a second before you go dating tonight. But I'd love to hear from you. If you've got experience out there in the dating game right now, especially post-COVID, have things changed? We'd love to hear from you. 063-408-8863. Drop us a voice note.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for rejoining our discussion with our wonderful panel as we continue to chat about love in the festive season, featuring relationship counsellor Melissa Smith, as well as Devolt van Zyl and Armand Oukamp, creators of the Afrikaans matchmaking app called Koer. It's not just for Afrikaners.
No.
If you're looking for someone who is Afrikaans, this is where you go. But Melissa, I'm going to start first with the dating app ecosystem, if you will. At first, I think people were resistant. It felt a little impersonal. It felt a little bit weird. Now it's been the only mode for about 3 years, and now we feel very comfortable. We've seen, okay, well, maybe a little bit of the emotional content is left, and it's been more about just finding someone to connect with in a very short-term kind of a basis. Is this the case with online dating apps, or are we starting to see that shift where people, because now you can write something, you don't have to let your stupid personality get in the way, you can write and draw and pick pictures, and you can do things that represent yourself. Yes, maybe in a slightly different shade, but you're still putting your best foot forward. So how have you been able to kind of place the dating app game in your game?
I think the dating app, as you said, it became more prominent during, even with COVID and in the couple of years. But I think the most important thing is that you're allowed to express yourself within your own time and space. You're not pressed for time, whereas face-to-face, you have to answer immediately. What if you're an introvert and you need to take time to process information and to regulate yourself before you respond? People that suffer even from anxiety, the online dating is a stepping stone for them to get into the game, without feeling that pressure, without feeling, that they're doing something wrong, and they can also be creative. I think the important thing is that obviously the online dating sets you up for that face-to-face interaction, but that first part of the online dating, it's kind of like a resource, if people see it as a resource.
And it's an audit. It's an opportunity for you to go through your own system and see, okay, let me see where I want to go, what I'm looking for, what I can offer. What a responsibility, hey? I mean, you are helping people connect in the deepest, most intimate, personal way.
Yes. How
How did you start calibrating that search? How do you guys go about matchmaking, finding that perfect fit?
Yeah, I think that is that, as you rightfully say, we are privy to such a life-changing moment if that match is made and eventually, hopefully, moves on to a relationship and then marriage, as we've had with Koer. Many marriages, and we take a moment. It's like we're one step removed, but we have.
Well, there will be children. There will be children, hopefully, in those situations. But there are kids existing. There are people existing because of you.
But also, as Melissa said, it is what we really find fulfilling in doing this is giving people a safe space to express themselves, and I think that was really our. First and foremost, just to connect to your last thought of a hookup site, what some of these apps have become. There was really a need to go back to the essence of a dating app, for a place to actually date and find love, and that's our main focus with Koer. We always distill that thought and go, how do we prevent that from happening, and how do we continue a safe dating and hopefully relationship.
And not for the top 0.0001 percentile that look amazing on Instagram to be able to go and find love, but for everybody. I love, there was a birds of all feathers are welcome to join Koer. I absolutely love that. So Linda is looking for love, it sounds like, and had this to say. Let's hear from Linda.
Good morning, Expresso team.
Morning.
What I'm looking for in a partner, I'm looking for somebody with a sense of humor, who will respect me and I'll respect him, He was very romantic.
Oh.
Yes, and that's my perfect partner.
Oh, Linda, you might have found him, girl. Just saying, now I'm taken, I'm saying, I'm just taken. That's lovely. You can hear she's even talking in kind of soft tones.
Yeah.
You don't want to say it
Very
too loud.
romantic.
As those dreams just drift away on the wind. Devald, through this process, how do you coach people to enter into the space? Because you've made it very accessible and you've opened it up. As I said, birds of all feathers are welcome to join Koor. How do you guide people through this process? Because you want it to be, yes, emotional, but also practical, because they need to get there and find that connection.
Yeah, so the app is, available for people from the age of 18 to 100, really, for anybody, all shapes and sizes. And we've made it really easy to navigate through that process with the UI and everything. It's... So I think like you said, also, it's not only for Afrikaans-speaking people. We have quite a few English-speaking people on the app, and even it's available to expats living in all 5 continents. So people can connect in that way as well by finding either companionship or just friendship, not necessarily love if they're lonely in another country. So that makes it good, unique as well in that sense that you can connect back to South Africa in that way, which is really lovely, yeah. So it's really accessible and easy in that sense.
And I think what we try to do, as you said, the 0.001 filtered amazing people on social media, what our primary focus is not to make it all about appearances. We give everyone the ability to send a love note to anyone, which other apps don't allow you. There has to be...
You don't need to match first. You can...
You can shoot your shot, yo!
Yeah, you can make... Come on! We give everyone
Take a chance,
chances at a first impression. So that's...
I love that.
Part of, yeah.
It's less forgiving than life. No, I absolutely love it.
Exactly.
No, I love this. And just being able to talk about it now, hopefully, is taking the edge off, because it can be terrifying to put yourself out there in the dating game, especially if you are, like me, a little bit older or haven't been in the pool for a while. Not that I'm not unmarried now and not dating, okay? But there are people around you wanting to help you make those connections. So we'll hopefully continue to do that. In just a moment, this panel ain't going nowhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we wrap up our wonderful panel discussion on love in the festive season with our gorgeous panel. And they are just ridiculously good-looking, featuring relationship counselor Melissa Smith, as well as Devald van Zyl and Armand Oukamp, creators of the Afrikaans matchmaking app called Koor. And if you've got any thoughts that you want to share with us, please drop us a voice note, 0634088863. We'll play them throughout the show. Devald, I'm going to start with you. How do we sign up for someone looking for that connection? And I stress the word real connection. How can they join Koor?
Cool. So we've made it really easy. Firstly, the app is free to download on Google Play and App Store and Huawei App Gallery. And then, free to use. But the interesting part is that I think sets us apart is we encourage people to share a bit more of themselves, their personality traits and their interests like sports or music. So that would also help you find a better match, on the app. And then I think, what was that? Once you've done all of that and you've loaded a few pictures of yourself, it's really easy also. You immediately can start exploring what we call the Koor vote. And that's where you see profiles, so you can Koor, or that means yes for somebody, or you can kus somebody, which means dodge. And that's how you navigate your way through all the profiles. And that person would get a letter in their post box. And then that letter can expire in a few days. So we keep it like anonymous. So it's not a rejection. If somebody doesn't respond, it's like just the letter will expire. And that's what makes it really interesting. Like you can send beautiful messages. It's not based on just face value as well. So,
or just an algorithm, because there is a human factor here. We've got to take that on board. Melissa, some practical advice here. We've now made that connection. We found the person. How do we take someone out of the digital space and introduce them into the real world? Talk us through that timetable of dating and then introducing to family, maybe. How should we manage that transition? Because it is, and safely, because you are bringing someone out from the greater diaspora into your personal space. So what advice do you have for someone entering into the online dating space?
I think the communication is very important on both sides. For your family and your friends, if you're thinking of taking this person and integrating them into your family and your friends, I think there should be clear communication with your family and, you know, that awareness that you have met somebody and you are bringing them, you know, from this certain community, the online dating, you know, per se. And then also just with the person, I think when you guys discuss your boundaries, I think you need to let that person know. And I'm inviting you to either a family gathering, there's going to be this aunt and that aunt, or this, you know, be...
Stay away from this drunkle.
Or to be prepared. I think the most important thing is to try and prepare them. You can't be, you know, as prepared as possible, but, you know, as much as you can. I think is the communication is very important. If I can stress anything, it's the communication.
At sink or swim, baby. Throw them in there. If they make it out alive, they're a keeper. I love it. So before I let you wrap up, Armand, and get your opinion, I want to actually get your opinion on this. We've got two particular lovebirds right now online. We've got Janine and Jonathan, who actually met via this incredible app. Good morning, guys. Are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. So, Jonathan, I know everything you say is going to be almost a lie, so I'm going to get the truth from Janine now. Janine, what was it about this man and about meeting him online in that space that hooked you? How did you guys connect?
Yeah, so we connected on Coord, and I think the app is very user-friendly to use, and you can easily see with the photos and the biography what the person's interests are, the personality traits, whether you would be a possible match. And we had similar interests, you know, listed on the app, and the photos that he put on, you can see what type of person he is. So yes, I decided to tour from my side.
Yeah, we absolutely love it. So, Jonathan, when did you know? Because clearly you knew, looking at these gorgeous photos. I've got to say congratulations. So you guys are in it for life now. Did you know it from seeing her profile? Was there a particular point where you're like, okay, this is, here is die meisie vir my?
Yeah, so I think the good thing is obviously going through the profile, you see stuff about a person, but there was a lot of common interests which you had, like we both like sports, cricket, and adventure. And then when we obviously met in person, and then we spent a lot of time together, but also in community and with our friends. And then, yeah, we just realized, well, this is a long-term, relationship and plan, yeah.
You guys look gorgeous. I mean, we're painting a surreal picture of this whole space because everyone is amazing and beautiful. You guys deserve love, and I'm so glad that you found it. So enjoy all of the loved-upness over this festive season. You guys have earned it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Armand, just very quickly, how does that make you feel when you see this
man.
kind of success story, dude?
Stupid giddy smile. That was so amazing to see.
So proud, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that at the end of the day is
the whole point.
The whole point and the whole goal, and so rewarding. We're just waiting for our first Koer Baba. We've had lots of... we started off with Koer Keiser, and now we have van Koer tot Kansel getting married, and dan was die Koer Keikens moet nou net gebore word, uitbroei.
Good. People are practicing right now. I promise you, people are trying to get that done.
Jonathan,
Guys, thank you
Janine.
so much.
Thank you,
I
bro.
love the fact that you are here for love.
Thank
That is amazing. So keep doing what you're doing. We look forward to many more success stories. Melissa, thank you so much. Have the most amazing festive break. Now, it is time to put all that we have learned today to good use as we launch a very exciting new dating show that's going to take Mzansi by storm. Love is Love. It's a reality show that will open South Africans up to alternative forms of meeting people in some innovative and very interesting ways. Let's check it out.
Are you looking for love but struggling to meet the right person for you? Love is Love is an exciting new dating reality TV show that could help you find your match. WhatsApp a video introducing yourself and what you're looking for in a partner to 068 479 1441, and you could be selected to take part in the TV show. Enter now on 068 479 1441. Love is Love, coming soon to SABC2.
So if you are keen to find love, please send us a WhatsApp video introducing yourself and what you are looking for in that partner. And you can send it to a different WhatsApp line. This is 0684791441. And you may just be chosen to be a part of this incredible new show. So be bold and please be honest. And SABC2's Love is Love may just find a real connection for you. So go and enter right now.